Last year, 10,839 people were killed in traffic crashes that involved an alcohol-impaired driver. That is over 4 times as many deaths as all of the fatalities in aviation, rail, marine, pipeline, and hazmat accidents combined. 10,839 fatalities. That is a staggering number and is completely unacceptable. The deadliest drunk driving crash in the United States occurred in 1988 on an interstate highway near Carrollton, Kentucky. A driver with a blood alcohol content of 0.28%, which is over 3 times the legal limit, was driving on the interstate in the wrong direction in his pickup truck and hit a school bus head-on. The school bus had 67 passengers, including many teenagers, and the bus burst into flames. 27 people lost their lives, and 34 others were seriously injured in the crash. Every single day in the United States, more people are killed in a drunk driving crash than the 27 people who died in the most deadly alcohol-impaired accident of all time. These daily crashes may involve a single fatality, and they occur across the country, and as a result, there's no national media coverage or the attention that each one of these tragedies deserves is not addressed. Since 2000, the NTSB has focused its efforts on hardcore drinking drivers. These are individuals with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.15% or greater, or repeat offenders that have had a drunk driving arrest or conviction in the past 10 years. These hardcore drinking drivers are involved in more than 70% of the fatalities and 22% of the total highway deaths. Between 1982 and 2009, over 251,000 people have lost their lives in accidents that involved a hardcore drinking driver. The National Highway Traffic Administration estimates that a person will make 88 impaired trips before actually being arrested for drinking and driving. So if you do the math, that means that a hardcore drinking driver who is a repeat offender has probably made at least 176 impaired trips before they're finally caught. So what can be done to address these unacceptable daily tragedies on our roadways? Well, since 2000, the NTSB has one recommendation to all states in the District of Columbia. That recommendation is to establish a comprehensive program that is designed to reduce the incidence of alcohol-related crashes, injuries, and fatalities caused by hardcore drinking drivers. The NTSB identified 11 elements of this comprehensive model program, and this issue has been on our most wanted list since 2003. The good news is that the data show these program elements can be effective and save lives. And there are 6 states, California, Nebraska, New Hampshire, Ohio, Utah, and Virginia, that have implemented sufficiently rigorous programs that meets the board's recommendation. These states are shown here in the green, and they really need to be acknowledged and recognized for their efforts. However, the very bad news is that over the last 10 years, 44 states and the District of Columbia have implemented insufficient programs. Now, there's no magic bullet to address this problem, but it's clear that these recommendations can make a difference. And so, for example, sobriety checkpoints have been shown that they can deter all forms of drunk driving and greatly reduce impaired driving fatalities. Some studies have shown that these checkpoints can reduce fatalities by as much as 20%. Unfortunately, 12 states still do nothing to authorize their use. Since the board's recommendation in 2000 that focused on hardcore drinking and driving, about 81,000 people have died in crashes that involve these drivers. The number of deaths associated with drunk driving is far too high, completely unacceptable, and should not be tolerated. We can and we must do better. It is absolutely time for all states and the District of Columbia to step up their efforts and implement programs to address this national tragedy on our roadways. Thank you.